Hey guys, Brad from RotoHeat back at it on a 2020 player outlook. This time we're talking Josh Kelley, running back, Los Angeles Chargers. And as always, thank you guys for hanging out with us, checking out our videos, clicking the like, the subscribe, the notification icon. But if you haven't, why not?
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
So let's get at it. So let's talk Josh Kelley. Obviously, when this video drops, week one's happened. Josh Kelley's got 12 for 60 and a touchdown. Things are looking up. He's the RB2 in this offense. But what does it mean? Does it really mean that Justin Jackson is relegated to mop-up duty? Maybe some touches here and there? Looks like it. Quite honestly, it looks like Josh Kelley has already earned that. And rightfully so, quite honestly, because he's kind of the power back. You know, kid coming from UCLA, was forced to be that. You know, UCLA had a tragic offensive line, and he had to make a lot out of nothing. If you look at it, you know, at 5'11", 214, he's got good size, good strength. You know, the big thing, if you remember watching RotoHeat stuff pre-draft or any of your other favorite pre-draft content, you know, Draft Network, any of these draft guides, Josh Kelley was always a guy people liked, but there wasn't anything really over the top spectacular about him. He didn't have a wow factor like some of these top end running backs, the Swifts and, you know, JTs and CH and some of them, you know, but he's a solid running back. And in this situation, they've got their pass catcher in Ekeler, and Ekeler still led the team in rushing. You know, he still had, you know, like 19 carries. So he still led the team in rushing, and he got some receiving, where Kelley can come in and get you, you know, 10 carries a game. If he can do that, and he can get you, you know, if he can averages by almost, you know, 4.4 to 5 yards-ish per carry, break off a couple big runs, maybe get the goal line work, you know, he then slides into kind of the RB3 with RB2 potential category. Now, obviously, when you're looking at a redraft context, that's, you know, that's definitely somebody you can own. That's somebody that you can pick up, use for bye weeks, use for flex positions. You know, we've seen things like in Indy where, you know, Marlon Mack's down for the count for the year. So now another rookie, Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines, have to step up. You know, this is a situation where you could have a guy like Kelley kind of pop into the fold and give you some touches and give you some playable startable weeks. You know, that's big, especially with the way things are going. You know, all these random injuries that have happened. You know, you're losing the Cortland Suttons and the Kenny Galladays, and you need to flex in guys and things like that. Well, this could be an opportunity where you flex in somebody like Josh Kelley for a week or two, depending on what, you know, the defense are facing. And since he's not a stout defense by any stretch of the imagination, but that defensive line is good. You know, they've got a lot of pieces that they brought in DJ Reader in the offseason from Houston to help try to shore up some things, but they had Hubbard and Lawson and Dunlap and all. You know, they've got all these guys that are really solid. So this defensive line was no slouch, and you saw especially the huge gain early in the third quarter he had. It was good blocking, but opened up enough of a gap, and he had good enough vision to see it, cut it, take it out, and, you know, he got you a big gain there. Now, obviously, you can't expect huge runs every game, but you can certainly get close to that. I think Josh Kelley certainly has the opportunity to get you, you know, 50 to 75 yards a game, and you know, extrapolate. Obviously, it's 1 week. You know, like I'm going to say with all of our post-week one videos that we're going to shoot here this week and post on the channel, don't go crazy spending all of your fab and waiver and all that stuff on these guys that we're going to mention, because you never know. It's 1 week. Anything's possible. You know, maybe the game plan just worked out in such a way, but I was a Josh Kelley fan beforehand. I liked him coming into the year. I drafted him in a lot of places on dynasty leagues. In redrafts, I let him go and was just kind of thinking Austin Ekeler could kind of be the guy. But even now, I would stash him as on my bench if I had issues and needed to throw somebody on there. Maybe I was a guy that drafted people like Galladay and Sutton and Marlon Mack, and I have all, you know, because I'm a big fan of all three of those guys. If I had drafted them all on a team, I'm hurting right now. Week one, I didn't have two of my top receivers and probably my RB2 go down during that game. I mean, you know, taking a guy like Kelley, throwing him on there and getting some playable games on him can help me still stay competitive, and the season isn't over, you know, that kind of thing. So when you're looking at what to do with a guy like Josh Kelley, I would say go get him. Put him on the back of your roster. And there's a lot of guys, you know, our boy Sully on our team. Sully's 2 cents, a great redraft guy we've got here, and he has great takes all over the place. He said he's a must-own. In Dynasty, he's a must-own. In redraft, I think it's a smart add to your bench. And it's a smart add because he can give you playable weeks, and I think the sky's the limit for him. I think he could easily be a 10 to 15 touch a game guy, and you feel comfortable with that. And that'll get you, nice production throughout the year. Extrapolate these numbers. He's giving you 144-ish touches this year, getting you something like, 7-ish 100 yards rushing and, 7 to 10 touchdowns. I mean, that's something that you're willing to take a bite at and have on your roster. So let us know in the comments. Are you a Josh Kelley fan? Do you not like him? Did you have him week 1 and you played him and you got lucky? I know I didn't. He sat on my bench on every league that I owned him. And, week 1 didn't go so great for me. maybe better luck week 2. But let us know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you, as always, for everything you guys are doing to help make RotoHeat great. Let's make 2020 and beyond great for you guys as well.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.